Salve, and welcome to Parsing John. Today we're in chapter 1, verse 40, about to finish off this page. Let's go ahead and take a look at our rubric. This is everything that we're looking for as we go through this passage. Let's get started. Erat autem Andreas frater Simonis Petri, unus ex duobus qui audierant a wane et secuti fuerant eum. We have erat here, which we've parsed before, so I'm just going to bring that over. It means he, since we got a new sentence, was autem, meaning however or but. A post-positive word, so it has to appear as the second word of a sentence or clause. Andreas, this is going to be nominative singular masculine. It is not a native Latin word, so we're largely guessing in its form. Frater, fratris, so this could be either the nominative or the vocative, but since we're not in direct discourse, nominative is the only option. It's going to be renaming of Andrew, brother. Simonis, this is here tells us that this is genitive, singular, and masculine because Petri is masculine and also the exact same form. These two go together. Of Simon, Peter. Unus, clearly with this us here, going to be nominative, singular, masculine. Another renaming of Andrew. One ex duobus. Ex is a preposition and it takes the ablative in its case, which we find here. Since we have obus, this tells us that this is either masculine or neuter of this adjective. And obviously ablative. Singular, masculine, neuter. And since we know that we are talking about the two disciples of John the Baptist from before, it's going to be masculine, not neuter. This is going to be either a partitive using X or separation using X as the function. From, to. This ends our prepositional phrase because qui is not the right form to be more of the prepositional phrase. Instead, this is nominative plural. So we got plural here, to. And this is masculine, who. Audierant, we've got our stem and audi. Erant is our ending. This is audio, audire, audi, or audivi. So this is clearly the perfect stem. Third person plural, because the nt. And this is erant, so pluperfect, off of the perfect stem, sorry. PLPF. And active indicative. Who had heard. Is a preposition. This always takes the ablative. This E here tells us that John is, in fact, ablative. So he is our object of the preposition. Singular, masculine. This is going to be, I believe, what is this one called? I'd say source, but I know that's genitive. Yeah, I don't know what this function is. Et secuti. Secuti is the wrong form to be part of the prepositional phrase, so it ends right there. From, it's just place from, I suppose. From John. And secuti comes from a deponent verb. Sequor, sequi, secutus, sum. So since we don't find a normal form of sum, instead we have fuerant, this has to be a participle. The long I tells us nominative, plural, masculine. And this is perfect. Deponent participle. And having followed fuerant. Fu is the perfect stem of sum. Sum esse fui futuras. Third person singular pluperfect. Indicative. Had been. And then eum is, of course, accusative. Singular, masculine, referring back to Jesus. Now this construction here I find very strange. One way that what we could be treating this is it might be that our translator here, Jerome, wanted to get it further into the past because he's already talking in past voice with audierant and erant there, and he needed to get even further in the back, so he probably broke the rules a little bit. Something that may have been common back then, I have no idea. As far as I'm aware, we don't have any data on this, and I didn't see any notes on anything when I was going through this passage earlier. So it could be that he's just bumping this back further in time, and we're supposed to treat it as a pluperfect something or other. I'm not even sure what to call this thing, but maybe rather than, and they had been having followed him, which sounds really weird in English. Maybe they had followed him to get further behind even that. But that doesn't make any sense because this happened before that. I don't know. I'm completely lost here. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like by itself. He was, however, Andrew, brother of Simon Peter, one from the two who had heard from John and had been having followed Jesus. Yeah. Let's look at the greater context. Latin is weird today. On another day, meanwhile, John was standing, and two from the disciples of him, and looking back at Jesus as he was walking, he says, "Look, Lamb of God." And they heard him, two disciples, saying or speaking, and they followed Jesus. However, Jesus, having been turned and seeing them following him, he says to them, "What are you seeking?" Who said or have said to him, I don't know why I keep doing that, "Rabbi," which is said, interpreted, "Teacher, where are you living?" He says to them, "Come and see." They came and they saw where he was staying, and they remained near him on that day. Hour, however, was just as around the 10th. He was, however, Andrew, brother of Simon Peter, one from the two who had heard from John and had been having followed him. Way to go, verse 40. That is weird. But there you have it. If any of you have a better idea of what's going on here, feel free to share. I'm sorry, I have nothing more on that. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope taking a look at least everything except that was helpful for you, and I hope you have a good day. Wale.